So your relationship is largely based on raw honesty and confronting the truth about yourselves and growing together.
Exactly.
But then, so by being too afraid, it's like, oh gosh, yeah. So you meet a man and he's all, yeah, look at me, I'm Mr. Confident, right? And then you realize it's all bull.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
I cannot believe you're understanding me better than myself, you know.
I'm quite good at reading people. So, hello and welcome to another episode of the Man Manual podcast hosted by me, Kieran. Now, what is this about? This is about the fact that we live in a world, right, where there's a bit of a gender war that's going on. And apparently, men are the enemy, right? Men are evil. Yeah. And women are the enemy as well. And these bitches ain't shit, right? And everyone's kind of against everybody. But if you are watching this channel, you realize you're a man who's like, nah, that's all BS. I do not want to live in a world where women are these horrible entities that have no desire to understand me and I shouldn't want to understand either. That is all BS. That is crap. And we're against all of that. We want to understand each other. And that's why we're here. And so now I'm here with my guest, my esteemed guest, Carolina. Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. So Carolina, where are you from?
So I'm half Turkish and half Ukrainian.
Okay.
But I've been living like all around the world.
So let me just say this. You are literally my favorite half Turkish, half Ukrainian guest of all time.
Yeah.
Of all of the guests I've had, yeah, you're the best. So tell me about you though. So like, what is it like being you with regards to your love life? Like, what's happening?
Actually, at the moment, since I started my business recently, there is nothing going on in my love life. Like, I don't even have time, like, to go on dates or, like, something like that. I'm just into my work at the moment.
So, have you made a decision then that you're basically taking time away from dating to focus on the business?
Kind of, but I'm also missing, like... Yeah, I made a decision that, okay, I want to focus on my business and at least for a few, like 2 or 3 months, I want to be really into my work. But then on like, at the end of the first month, I was like, I feel so sad. Like I want to go on a date, you know, I really miss the attention, the affection, just the closeness, like, with another person.
I see.
So I went on a date, I think a few times, but it wasn't very successful. So I stopped for now.
I see. All right. So what are you missing? Let's say the attention of going on dates, or is it like the connection of being with somebody?
Yeah.
Or is it like a bit of both?
Yeah. I mean, connection with somebody. Like, you know, the possibility to have a conversation when you have a hard day, you know, at the end of the day, and like share your thoughts, share your ideas, and be understood by another person. And I mean, basic hugging as well. You can hug someone at the end of the day when you feel like heavy or like not in the mood, you know, or like if you want just express love towards another person, that, you know, also the case.
I understand. So here's the thing, right? So I'm looking at you right now. And you're Eastern European, and you've got a bit of that Eastern European strength about you.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, so Eastern European women, they have this interesting thing where it's like, on the one hand, you get the feeling that they know how to throw a punch. That's like just the vibe you get. But on the other hand, also very feminine at the same time. So you got that, but then also the business owner. Does this cause you any issues with regards to meeting men? So like, you're not in, say, like, the Ukraine where men are men, right? Where a man is a man. You're in Bali where there's a lot of men who I'd imagine are a bit more feminine or seem like that way.
Exactly.
So what's that like? Is that painful? Is that boring?
Yeah, it's boring and a little bit uncomfortable as well.
Oh, uncomfortable.
Yeah, uncomfortable.
Talk to me.
You know, like sometimes I feel like I'm the problem, you know, maybe I shouldn't be that strong, that like demanding, and like, I don't know. I feel this way.
So what sort of situations have happened that make you feel like maybe you're the problem or demanding? Like, what is it that you want?
Like, I don't know. There was a time I was going on like many days in a short period of time. And when I start talking and I see the reaction of the man, and I see that, well, maybe I see how uncomfortable they also feel. They're like, I feel the I forgot the word in English, like the hesitation in them, like, oh, can they handle me?
Ooh.
Yeah. And
So,
I feel this energy as well from them.
okay, so what are you talking about? Is this like anything you're speaking about in general, or is this like certain topics, or what?
I mean, in general, I think by the end of the night, at the end of the conversation, I feel like in the beginning when I meet them, that's the pattern I've noticed. Like in the beginning, I meet them, they're so confident, like, oh, let's go there, let's have a date, and they're so fun. And when we have a conversation, I mean, I'm a very deep person. I like to talk about deep topics. I like to ask uncomfortable questions. Like even on the first dates, I don't care. And I feel like by the end of the day, they already feel like a little bit intimidated and like shine, like, oh, like I feel the energy of being not that confident anymore in themselves.
I see. Okay, so it's not so much your aura then. So like you're asking them questions, which is forcing them to like kind of confront things. So, okay, man's on a date with you and he's like, yeah, I'm big and strong and I'm confident and I got my shit together. But then you start asking probing questions that get under the surface.
Yeah.
All right, what sort of questions are you asking?
Like the last guy I went on a date with, I asked him, like, did he have a serious relationship before, like in his life? How long was it? Like, I just go straight to the topic. And yeah, and then I was like, so are you looking for one now? And like, and I already feel like kind of hesitation from his side, like feeling uncomfortable. Yeah, and he was like, no, for the moment I'm see like where the things are going. And then I was like, I asked him how long was it since his last serious relationship, and I think it was like few years. And then I was like, so why you don't want to have a serious relationship right now? And then I just told him that I've noticed the pattern that guys, when they have a serious relationship for a long time, for a long period, like more than 1 year, after they exit their relationship, they a little bit traumatized, and it's harder for them to build another serious relationship in the future. This trauma, I think, is hunting them for like, and I don't know, until the end of their lives. They still remember that love that they had, they cannot forget. And yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna ask all the questions. I want to know where the guy stands, what he wants from me. Like, I don't want to be in a situationship, in kind of uncomfortable position where I'm with the man and he still keep thinking about that girl he was like 2 years ago. So I'm like, yeah, and I already felt like, like sneaky.
Okay, so you know what's great about this, right? So you've just told me that there's no question I can't ask you today.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get into some deep stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Open.
So something I've found though is like, I think most people in general don't want to really look in the mirror. So what you've just said about asking men all of these questions and like, hey, so are you really over your ex? And are you going to be using me as like a proxy for this woman who you're truly in love with, who dumped you 2 years ago? I find that that's true of women as well. So like, for instance, there's a belief that people have, which is that in a relationship, the woman is always right. And there's certain things that you should just never, ever, ever say. So like, if she's letting herself go in some way, whether that's physically or financially or in terms of her career, you can't bring that up. And if you do, it's World War III. And if you do, you're the evil person for actually forcing her to confront this stuff. Question I have for you is this desire, belief, tendency to really get to know the men that you're around. Do you take that as well? So like, if a man is really asking you probing questions, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I am. I'm very open and honest, even on the first date, All
right, so I got a question for you.
Okay. I'm curious.
What red flags have you seen in yourself as a result of the relationships you've had? What red flag? So like, for instance, let's say me and you were dating, right? And we dated for 6 months. And then it falls apart, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm never talking to that bitch ever again. It's just, nah, I'm done. I've got you blocked on every platform, right? Things like this. If someone was to ask me, why have I blocked you, right? Why? And I was to be honest and I was to say something that is probably true from your experience, what would I likely say?
I'm not sure. Never happened to me. Like nobody ever blocked me. It's usually me who blocks men.
Okay, I mean,
Sorry. But yeah, of course. I know some of my traits. For example, I can be a little bit egocentric.
ooh. So it's all about you.
Yeah. I like when it's like
Main
over-
character syndrome.
Yeah. And like
Princess treatment.
Yes, exactly.
The goddess of the relationship.
Yes, the goddess.
Pampered, spoiled.
But maybe I think it's normal, but I hear from a lot of people, they say like, yeah, it's normal for women to be the center of the attention and be the goddess and
Okay, so what does that look like then? So you're with a man and you're the center of attention, you're the goddess. So what is actually happening that might annoy this man or piss him off?
like maybe always doing what I want, like always going to the places I want, and I don't know.
So if a man says to you, hey, let's go to Mostly by Zest. You know that restaurant?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I love that place.
Yeah, nice place.
Yeah, it's delicious food. But you don't want to go there. So like, now we're going to Zest in Ubud. We're not going to Mostly by Zest. We're going to Zest. And so it's like that. So it's your way or the highway.
Yeah. Well, it depends. To be honest, I'm very like diplomatic person. Like I can negotiate and I find the right way for like both of us, for both people. Even in my like friendship group, I'm always the one who tries to negotiate and find the right thing for all of us.
Okay, so you're saying this is a tendency. This isn't something that you stomp your foot down.
No, it's not the thing I stamp my foot on. It's just a tendency I can have if I really want something. Or for example, if my man wants to go to eat and then I want to go to the spa and then he doesn't want to come to the spa with me, I will be a little bit annoyed. I was like, no, I want to go to the spa and I want you to come with me. And maybe this can be the case.
Are you one of
Something
those
like
women
that.
who will say she's not hungry and then eat food off the man's plate?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. This is, I think, the only trait I can think of. But from the other side, I did a lot of therapy work as well. And I'm also very interested in psychology and connection with people and behavior with other people. And I'm trying my best to, how to say, well, as I said before, I'm trying to always negotiate and make a decision so it's good for all the people around me, not just me.
What have you learned about men in your years dating men? What are some things that you know about men now that you didn't know before? And then that's question number one. Question number two is, what about men do you love?
That's an interesting question.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. I've learned what I've learned about men through the years. I think they can be very deeply insecure inside, but won't admit. And then it can be shown in their behavior, how they treat women. And yeah. And what was the other question?
What do you love about men?
What I love about men.
But hold on, let's focus on that first one though. So, okay, men being deeply insecure. So it blows my mind how many women I speak to who say, what? Men have insecurities and fears? And they have no idea at all. So a lot of women think that men are just confident completely. So I've explained to so many women like, hey, if you're in a bar and there's a man who's looking at you and you feel uncomfortable, of course, because he's just kind of staring, but he's staring and not coming over. That's usually because he's trying to psych up the confidence to go over.
Yeah.
And inside, he's like beating himself up for being a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's good that you see that.
Yeah.
What made you realize that?
I just see by the behavior from compared in the beginning when just the guy approached me, and then by the end of our conversation and when we spend the time together, when I get the chance to ask more questions, like I told you before, and then like usually by the end of conversation I already see the insecurities and if they're insecure and if they're like have some issues. I'm very intuitive, like when I speak to the man, like I already can kind of scan the traumas,
You scan the traumas.
Yeah, I can scan the traumas.
On an energetic level or like
Yeah, I
So-
can read through the eyes.
I see.
Yeah.
See, I do stuff like that, but that's not like energetic. I've just like learned to spot patterns in people and like put two and two together. That's fascinating. All right. So about men, and what do you love about men?
What I love about man is that's hard question. That's a really hard question after like traumatized experience as well, the past traumas. But no, actually what I love about men is that they like that they can take care of you, that I mean they are providers. No, can we cut this off, please? No, actually.
Hold on. Are you uncomfortable speaking about what you love about men?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying things right now, and I'm like, I feel the world changed so much that I cannot even say things like, oh, man can be a good provider, because like I feel like women they're like better providers right now than the men. And then like I feel like most of the things are done by women right now than the men. Men kind of started to stay aside.
Okay,
there is even like funny reels on Instagram where like about the men generation 2026, like girls standing outside with a bouquet of flowers and the guy's like, oh honey, like
So you have told me quite a lot about you, Carolina. So what you've just said is you want a manly man, a man's man, a very traditional man.
Yeah,
That's
traditional
number one.
man.
And this goes back to what I was saying to you before at the start of this conversation. I said, like, in Bali, there's not a lot of men who present like that.
Yes.
So, okay, what is it that you're seeing then? Like, what are you seeing in men that makes you feel like, I ask you what you like about men and you find it difficult to answer that question?
Yeah. For now, yeah, maybe a few years ago, I would still name some like things that I like about men. But I think for now, I don't know what I like anymore.
What do you want from a man then? What do you want that you're not getting?
I want a respectful treatment. I want to be, I don't want any games. I want to be like, no, I wouldn't say I want to be chosen by men, and like and not play around. But I mean, I don't want any sneaky behavior on the first place, because I feel like now, especially in Bali, all those guys, I cannot even call them men. I mean, maybe I sound rude, but all those guys, they play like sneaky games, they have like 5 girls around and like, oh, you're my only, and things like that. And I don't want to have this like this kind of treatment as well. And what I want from the man is just actually be like, okay, you're my girl, I love you, I want to do like all the best for you, I want to provide, I want to take care of you. And yeah.
What I'm realizing from speaking to you is I feel like there's 2 things that you want. Well, there's a few things, but there's a couple things that... All right. So the very first thing that you said is, so I am on a date with the man and he's at first very confident, but by the end of the date, he's less confident because you're asking him all of these probing questions. Now, I think you don't like that for 2 reasons. So number one, you don't like the fact that you asking him these probing questions is crushing this facade of confidence. So you want a man that can handle that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And number two, you want a man who's going to journey there with you as well, because that's the kind of stuff that you want. So you want to face all of these sorts of topics together. So then the question in my mind is, okay, so is it that you don't like the fact that the man has fear when you ask the questions, or is it that you don't like the fact that the man is running away from the fear that he has? Because you could argue that if you say to a man on a date, hey, so are you still hurt by a previous relationship? And he has to now go into his brain and ask himself those questions. So number one, he could be like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. Or he could be, oh, I actually think I do have some residual trauma from that. But both of those could be perceived as strength, because in the first one, he's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm absolutely fine. But in the second one, he's not 100% fine, but he's facing it and he's not running away from it. Oh, you like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one you want. That's the one you want. Yeah. There we go.
Exactly.
The bravery to walk into those waters. And you want a man that you can do that with, and then you'll be speaking about stuff with you as well. So your relationship is largely based on raw honesty and confronting the truth about yourselves and growing together.
Exactly.
Could you say that again?
Exactly.
Oh, one more time.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, you want that. But then, so by being too afraid, it's like, oh gosh, yeah. So you meet a man and he's, oh yeah, look at me, I'm Mr. Confident, right? And then you realize it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
I cannot believe you're understanding me better than myself, you know?
I'm quite good at reading people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Honestly, it's like, when I do these interviews, right? Like I really like talking to people because I find human beings to be really fascinating. Mm-hmm. Right. So like on the one hand, my soul's like, yeah, I'm like finding out about this person and it's great. But on the other hand, my ego's loving it as well, because I'm like, yeah, I'm getting this shit right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, you want that. And then I guess you also want, something I've noticed about women is, it seems like feminine energy, for feminine energy to really come out, the woman has to feel like she doesn't have to do anything. And I'll explain what I mean. So what do most women say they want from a man? Like, they want to be like looked after, okay, provided for. So when a man's providing, what's he actually doing? It's like, hey baby, here is money. So now, as a result of this money being here, you can buy what you have to buy, you can do what you have to do, and you can live. But in the act of him providing, he has removed the need for you to put in that effort, right? So now, what I'm suspecting is, and I'm not stomping my foot down about this, but it seems like when women are actively doing things in the three-dimensional world, that's cutting them off from femininity. And it seems like that really shines when they don't have to focus and worry. Like, I've seen women say things like, oh, I don't want to have to think when I'm with my man. I don't have to think.
I love that.
But you see, here's the thing, right? See, you do love it. You do. You do. So if I'm going to be honest, when I first heard that, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you don't have to think? Think. People have to think, right? That's what I first thought. But like, I'm realizing it's because, all right, so I think when a woman's feeling feminine, it's like, ah. And I guess in the act of doing that, and then all of the stress comes away, then there's this like flow that comes from somewhere else. And then that flow is so beautiful that it lights you up in some way. But in order for that channel to be free, you have to, it's kind of like meditation, right? Where you have to still your mind, right? Mm-hmm. And you can't be thinking about things you got to do X, Y, and Z. So in order to get this like download from the universe, you got to still your mind. And I guess that's what women need to feel feminine, which means not actively going around doing things and thinking.
Yeah. To be connected to the higher source.
Yeah.
And to have this energy so she can transfer this energy to her man so he can grow, you know. And
ooh, elaborate on that. Elaborate on that.
So, you know, women are highly spiritual creatures and they have a lot of goddess energy, like God energy inside of them. And when they're relaxed, they can better connect to the higher source, to the universe, to the God's power, and actually transcend this energy. And then this energy can be then passed to her man, to the environment she is living, and make make that environment a better place, if you know what I mean, and also help her man to grow with that energy. You know, when she's fulfilled, when she's like, it's very hard to explain. Like with that energy, she can help her man to build the empire, basically.
Okay. So what you're basically saying is, this is what I think you're saying. Society has it backwards. Society has it wrong.
Yeah.
So society would say, man and a woman, and they're working together, both doing the same roles and in this three-dimensional world. You are saying, and you're not the only person I've heard say this, and I suspect there's a degree of truth in what you're saying as well. I do suspect, but you're saying that, okay, the man's realm is the physical world, right? And all this stuff. The woman's realm is the interdimensional, spiritual, metaphysical, non-physical realm. The woman has access to that realm. The man has supreme power in the physical realm. However, the union of those two can create absolute magic. So, in order for the woman to access this divine energy, she has to be very comfortable and relaxed. So her role is to access this outer realm.
Yeah.
That's her role.
Yeah.
Like let's say like to be this beacon of energy, right?
Yeah.
This beacon of energy that can be used to create goodness. But the beacon isn't really meant to do things here per se. It's meant to get the energy from there. So the man is creating a space for the beacon to get the energy.
Exactly.
And then when the beacon gets the energy, it then washes over both of them.
Yeah.
And now the man's supercharged, right?
Yeah.
And now the man can punch a hole in a tank or something and lift up a truck.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever had a relationship that made you feel like that?
No. No, not really. Never.
That must be very sad. Because, let me explain. Everything you've just said there, I like to think I've got a vivid imagination, right? I like to think so. And so when I'm imagining how that would feel for you.
I'm sorry to interrupt
Go
you.
on.
I'm not sure this is the perfect case scenario for my personality type.
You don't think?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm.
Because I feel I have a little bit of like dominant energy about me. And I think that my purpose in life is also to be involved in the materialistic realm, materialistic world, like create businesses, help people, direct people. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I feel very comfortable with doing that, to be honest, even though sometimes I just want to be that girl who is just, not thinking and being with a man, and man decides everything. But I know from my personality that maybe after some time I will get very bored, and then I will start to annoy men, and be like, I don't know, behave like a little child, like something like that, I don't know if it makes sense. Yeah. And yeah.
So you're saying you're like 70% feminine, 30% masculine? 75-25.
Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere between 80-20 and 70-30.
Maybe, yeah. I'm trying to keep that fine line between femininity and masculinity. I know when to be feminine and when to turn on my masculine side. Yeah, maybe like 70 and 30 or 80-20.
Okay. So anyway, you said you're quite dominant.
I'm what?
Quite dominant.
I can be, yeah.
You can be.
Yeah.
Is that just in general, or is that if you feel like a man isn't living up to your standards?
I think in general, I think just my personality. I have very like strong, like, I don't know, like character, and I don't know, yeah.
Do you always expect the man to lead, or does your dominant nature mean that you will lead as well?
I think I'm gonna lead, but I'm gonna lead in the way to make him think that he's leading.
Okay. All right. So as a man who doesn't know these feminine tricks, right? How do you lead in a way that makes a man think he's leading? What does that even look like?
I know some psychological tricks that I can use.
Okay.
No, let's keep it a secret.
All right. But so effectively what you're saying is, so you're with a man
Yeah.
And there's things that you want to happen, whether it's the kiss or whatever, and you will consciously guide the situation in that direction.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, I'm very good at pursuing people. No, not pursuing people, and convincing people to do what I want, especially men. And can you also pour some for me,
I
please?
certainly can.
Take care of me. At least someone will take care of me today.
Yeah. For the next half an hour or so, you're gonna be the feminine woman you've always wanted to be.
As I told you before, I have a really strong intuition. And I can help and guide. Okay, maybe not dominating, but helping to guide and direct the man into the right direction. I'm not probably gonna tell exactly to men, okay, we're gonna do this now and this and this, and you have to do this. No, like trying to slowly navigate the man towards the right direction and maybe give some tips and advices how to do better and stuff.
Do you find that a lot of men will get offended, insecure? Because I have a lot of women say that men have like egos, and a man can't handle being told that maybe he's not doing something perfect or whatnot. And that even if you're just giving a little piece of advice, that he's taking it that way anyway. Is that something that happens?
Yeah, it can happen, but well, I've been with a man before that actually he was thankful to me for like doing that for him and like telling me, he's like, oh, thank you, because of you, you know, I've learned that and that, and actually discovered that like other things too. And yeah, there was some men like that, but of course there are some men who can be, their ego can be triggered.
What's your relationship like with women? So like, I look at you, I take it all in. I've noticed that beautiful women such as yourself, who have certain traits that you have as well, tend to trigger a lot of women because of like, say, beauty envy and things like this. You know, beautiful, running businesses, confident, etc. So do you have women who like give you side eyes or like frenemies, or just, are there issues navigating the world as a woman relating to other women and just forgetting men?
Yeah, there are some cases, but I'm usually trying to be like, I'm very open, very like my friends who know me, the people who know me, my stuff, like I'm very open, very kind, generous person. Like I will do everything for you to make you feel comfortable, you know, relax. And but of course, yeah, I get some like side eyes and some like I can feel the jealousy. I also feel that energy, you know, sometimes. But I'm still trying to be like nice to those people and then kind of close my eyes on that cases.
Do you find it any more difficult to connect to women or men?
I think it's way easy for me to connect with women than men. Okay. Yeah. I'm like girlies girl.
Girls girl.
Yeah, girls girl, yeah.
So when you said that, I just had a mental image, right? When you said that. So something that you'd see a lot in the UK historically is women at a club and they're all like dressed up, they got their tight dresses and their heels, and they're all friends, right? And they've got their handbags on the floor and they're just kind of dancing around their handbags. That you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And you strike me as a woman who really likes to dance, but isn't necessarily amazing at it.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
So really like to dance, but you're not necessarily great at dancing, but you love to dance and you dance with a lot of energy and passion.
Yes.
But you're not the best dancer in the world.
Yeah.
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 Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
So before we go, I think we've got 8 minutes left.
Okay.
Is there anything about men that confuses you or something like this? So like if you could ask a man, and that would be me, a question about men and get a blunt, honest answer that's not going to be telling you what you want to hear, but it's actually going to tell you the truth, what would you ask?
Okay, I will still ask the question probably that still bothers me is like why for the man it's so hard when they have like serious relationship before or they were married before for a long period of time and when they end this relationship, why it's so hard for them to go into the another relationship?
Define hard to go into another relationship though. What do you mean?
Like it's for example when they start dating you they don't define the status of the relationship. It's harder for them to open up, to actually like take some sort of action. They feel a little bit insecure and like not ready to do that. And I mean,
You've only found that specifically from men who previously had relationships that went bad. Because what I think you're saying is, so let's take me. I'm a man, right? Cool.
yeah,
And then I'm with a woman.
yeah,
She breaks my heart.
yeah,
Oh no. My
yeah.
heart's
She breaks
broken.
her heart. Yeah, yeah,
Shattered into a million pieces, right?
yeah.
And I'm picking up the pieces and trying to get back together. Then at some point I meet this other woman. Oh, this is interesting. This is intriguing. But now I'm scared to commit to this woman. So you're basically saying that.
Yeah, exactly. Why the man afraid to commit to another woman after they had a heartbreak?
I mean, isn't it obvious? But firstly, that doesn't sound like a male only thing. So I'm hearing, okay, someone's had their heart broken and they're scared to recommit.
Even after a few years, if it's like
But how many times has this happened to
2,
you?
3 years.
How many times has this happened though? How many times are you meeting men who have had their heart broken and are afraid to recommit? Is this a common thing that happens?
It's a common thing that happens
To
to me.
you?
I think I'm a magnet for this
I
man.
think so. All right, but I mean, the answer's quite clear to me. It's like, all right, look, I've had my heart broken. So here's something. Society at large will tell you that men don't give a shit, right? That men don't have a heart. I saw online this guy said, oh, it's as though women think men only have two emotions, fear and anger. He's like, oh, we've got a bunch of other emotions as well. Now, as someone who's had his heart broken, right, it's not a pleasant feeling at all.
I know.
In any way, shape or form. You doubt yourself. Am I confident enough? Handsome enough? Is my dick big enough? Do I make enough money? Am I funny enough? Am I good enough in bed? Did I touch the right spot? Did I lick the right spot? All of these sorts of fears, right? And the point is, boy, because, all right, here's the thing, right? Say you get into a relationship with someone, right? Say you get into a relationship with some man.
Mm-hmm.
You basically say, look, you unzip here, right? And it's doo-dum, 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 doo-dum. And then you like hand it to the person, right? And they're doo-dum, doo-dum, doo-dum. But then you also give them a pencil. And you're just hoping they're not going to stab it with the pencil. And they're holding it, doo-dum, doo-dum, doo-dum. So there's a lot of fear about having that happen again. Now, as for why these men are too afraid, like I've just explained why they're scared, but it's like, why are they too afraid to recommit? I don't know. It depends on the man, really. Like maybe you remind them of the woman who broke their heart, which is possible. Maybe they didn't like you quite enough. It's possible. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But fundamentally, it's like, it's painful. It's a painful experience. Mm-hmm. And actually, it might even be a compliment to you in a way, because for him to be afraid to recommit, that's making me think, well, he must think you have the ability to break his heart like that previous woman. Like, if I as a man didn't think, oh, this woman has the chance to really hurt me, I wouldn't be scared. So, like, the fear is a compliment. It's like, oh, no, I could see myself really falling for you. Oh, dear. And then that thing would happen again.
Yeah, especially when they fall hard for women, their behavior is like crazy. They like start to give you mixed signals and like, I don't know, just like act weird, to be honest. Even though you can feel that they're like so in love with you, that they have this like, desire, and like you can see it in their eyes, but they're acting weird,
You know why? because, right, a man is, all right, when you think of a man who's really in love, women will say like, oh, so cute. But it's like, to a lot of people, that man looks like a little bit of a bitch, a little bit of a pussy. You know, big, strong man, like, get it together, man.
Yeah.
Don't be pussy whipped. Hold yourself together.
Yeah.
Get it together. There you go.
Yeah.
And then, so you're feeling these feelings come up, right? And you're aware of like how these feelings might make you act and stuff. Trying to keep it together. Trying to compose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. But this is like a humble brag. This is a humble brag without you even realizing. Because what you're saying is, Kieran, like these men, they meet me, they fall in love with me, and I just drive them crazy. And I do not know why. And look at you nodding as well, like, yeah, you're right, Kieran, that's how it goes.
Yeah, because the guy was like, I had one guy who texted me like, oh, I love you, and like literally, I don't know, confessing his feeling and like wrote song to me. It's a really long story, but yeah, but then when I asked him like, so where do we stand, or like, you know, I'm looking for something serious, for something clear, and he was like, you know, I don't.
Why do you have to say this now? Because it's like we got 1 minute left, and I really want to get into that.
No, I don't want to share the story. It's a very bad story.
Okay, fine.
Maybe next episode.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll have to do another one. All right. Anyway, I guess that will be it, because I know for a fact that the video guy is like, hurry up, I'm done. I got stuff to do, Kieran. So we are done. Anyway, so yeah, thank you. So look, thank you, Miss Carolina. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kieran. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. So to the guys watching, basically, if you like this, then please do like and comment and subscribe. Well, firstly, actually, here's something I want to know. Have you been like this guy who you really like a woman, you do, and you feel like you're falling in love, but at the same time, you're terrified to commit? You're terrified you can't pull that trigger? Are you one of these guys that Carolina's talking about? And if so, let us all know. And if you like this video, again, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will say this to people, which is this, right? You know why they're liking and commenting and subscribing? For 2 reasons. Yeah. Number one is for the algorithm, right? Because when you do, then like YouTube goes, people are engaging with this video, so let me kick it out to more people to show it to the world. So if you think we need more conversations like this, then that's something you need to do. But that's reason number one. You know, reason number two, my inner child. Right? Yeah. My inner child, little Kieran, little 7-year-old Kieran that still lives in here, he really likes it when people engage with the content. Yeah. So you're doing it for him too. You should. Yeah. And for little Carolina as well. Yes, please. Yeah. Also for my inner child. Yeah, for our inner childs. Our inner childs really want you to do this. But yeah, thank you and goodbye.